We welcome you inside the Charleston Coliseum here in the state capital of West Virginia as the NFHS Network brings you live streaming coverage of the 2022 West Virginia High School Boys State Basketball Tournament. Tonight's game is being produced by Video Productions in conjunction with the West Virginia Secondary Schools Activities Commission. Good evening. Jack Whitler alongside my partner Andrew Miller. We have the Class 4A semifinal, the first one up tonight of two. Is number 1, Morgantown. The Mohegans are set to take on the Black Eagles, number 4 seed from South Charleston. And Andrew had a couple great games last night. Of course, Morgantown showed their dominance once again with the victory over Musselman. But then in that nightcap, we knew that rivalry game here in the Kanawha Valley was going to be a good one, and it lived up to be a good one as South Charleston defeated George Washington.
You know, we thought one of the best games of the tournament to this point would be that game last night, South Charleston GW. It absolutely lived up to the hype. You know, it was a little bit not out of control, but a little bit distance at the end of the game. 54 seconds left, 8 points. At that point, people started to leave, and you said, I'm not sure why people are leaving. They've not seen these two teams go. And, of course, it got right back down to 3 with about 20 seconds left. But South Charleston just too much last night. They handled the pressure. They really did a good job defensively, specifically on nickel for GW. And I thought that Wayne Harris did what he did anyway. But down the stretch, his free throw shooting was the difference in the ball game. Shooting was not a problem for Morgantown yesterday, Jack.
Nope.
They were outstanding. I did some numbers. Of course, their overall percentage was still good. But if you look at the starters, plus Dancer and Mara, the two that played a lot, they shot 59% from the field, 52% from 3, and 83% from the free throw line. In those 7 players that played the majority of that game, they were just unreal.
Yeah, I said last night in one of our broadcasts, Morgantown came into that game, and the way they played and the way they looked, they had a little vengeance in their eyes. They, of course, lost the championship game to George Washington last year, so they were coming in with a little chip on their shoulder, wanting to get revenge, a little revenge tour here in Charleston for the Mohegans and head coach David Tallman. Of course, for South Charleston, first time back since 2014, third-year head coach Josh Daniels. He's got his ball club at 21-5, and you mentioned the sophomore Wayne Harris, the point guard. Everything runs through him on that offensive side for the Black Eagles. Last night, 25 points, 3 assists, 3 steals. He plays fearless in that lane when he's got the ball.
Well, if you're 5'8" and you're playing against the best in the state of West Virginia, you got to be absolutely fearless. He got a little bit of a hamstring injury last night. I wonder the short turnover here for them, how he's going to respond with less than 24 hours of a recovery time. Sometimes it doesn't bother kids. Sometimes you never really know if it'll be lagging. What he's going to have to do, though, is something that we saw Musselman have nonstop trouble with. That's find an open lane to drive to because Morgantown has length, they've got height, and those long arms, very effective against the dribble drives against Musselman.
South Charleston also got a little bit length to him. Last night, coming up big, Bryson Smith, 6'5" junior, 17 points. Big three-pointers last night for Bryson Smith. He added 5 rebounds. Mondrell Dean, 7 points, 9 rebounds, and a block for him. For the Mohegans, the number 1 seed, they came in. Brooks Gage, 21 points last night for Morgantown. Seemed like every time he touched the ball, he was scoring.
Yeah, 8 of 12, 5 of 7 from the three-point line, and the 2 that he missed were not very far off. He was just dominant. He added 7 steals and 6 rebounds to that as well. So not just shooting-wise, he played great defense, as did the rest of the Morgantown top 5 with Mara and Dancer coming in. I was impressed with Dancer off the bench, by the way. Length, left-handed shooter.
Yep, he finished with 10 points. Alec Pullen, the other senior forward, 14 points last night. And then the point guard, Sharon Young, just a sophomore, 11 points, 7 rebounds for Morgantown in that victory over Musselman. That sets us up right now with the number 1 and number 4 here in this semifinal of the 4A class. When we return, we'll have the introductions of both of these ball clubs. It's the Class 4A semifinal between number 1 Morgantown and number 4 South Charleston here on the NFHS Network.
Hi, I'm Elena, and the little thing I love about the Smokehouse Barbecue Bacon Sandwich is the barbecue sauce. There's something in that sauce when it meshes with the chicken and the bacon and the bread all together. I mean, it is like an explosion of flavor.
Hi, I'm Rashard, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the cheesy goodness at the bottom. The way that it combines with the crispy baked layer at the top is like that added flavor, that extra jazz to it. Once the fork reaches my mouth, that's it.
At Dutch Miller Auto, the time is now to get into the vehicle you want. Dutch Miller currently has the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles with an amazing inventory starting below $300 a month. Have a trade-in? There's never been a better time to get more than right now, as Dutch Miller is giving up to 30% above fair market value for any trade-in. Don't see the vehicle on our lot you want? Then ask about the Dutch Miller Advantage, which means you can order the vehicle you want, the way you want it, faster. Only at DutchMillerAuto.com.
Your first set of wheels didn't come with complications, or strings, or hassles. It can be that way again. Tire Pros. Hassle-free, guaranteed.
Welcome back inside the Charleston Coliseum for tonight's Class 4A semifinal. It's number 1 Morgantown and number 4 South Charleston. At this time, we'll send it across the court to public address announcer Mr. Alan McVeigh.
And lessons are best learned when proper respect is accorded to all. Please let your good sportsmanship show during tonight's game. And this is a 4A championship contest semifinal featuring the South Charleston Black Eagles and the Morgantown Mohegans. And now, ladies and gentlemen, for the introduction of the teams. The head coach of South Charleston, Josh Daniel, will meet at midcourt with Morgantown's David Tallman. Assistant coaches for the Black Eagles, Cliff Jackson, Clint Frazier, Ronnie Means, and Matt Orcutt, will meet at half court with the assistant coaches of the Mohegans, Stevie Sutherland, Dennis Kearns, Matt Lamine, and John Foles. And now would the support staff join their teams on the court. For South Charleston, Peyton Brown, Mikey Miller, and Jake Ruddle. Meeting at half court with the support staff for Morgantown, Anthony Giambroni and Brian Clark, along with Trey Tallman. And now for your players. The Black Eagles, number 1, Jamari Tubbs, will meet at half court with the Mohegans, number 32, Brady Savage. South Charleston's number 3, Josh Given, meeting at midcourt with Morgantown's number 31, Ethan Wise. For the Black Eagles, number 14, Christian Goebel, meeting at half court with the Mohegans, number 23, Jacob King. The Black Eagles, number 5, Xavion Murray, meeting at half court with Morgantown's number 21, Jonathan Shrewsbury. The Black Eagles, number 11, Connor Hughes, meeting at half court with the Mohegans, number 15, Zach Workman. South Charleston's number 22, Roman Kellum, meeting at half court with Morgantown's number 10, Izzy Everett. The Black Eagles, number 4, Jaden Motley, meeting at half court with Morgantown's number 24, Coma Neal. And let's bring on Morgantown's number 12, Ethan Mara. And number 1, Cam Dancer. And now for your starting lineups. South Charleston's 5'10 sophomore, number 2, Dwayne Harris Jr. Meeting at half court with Morgantown, 6'5", junior number 22, Brody Davis. South Charleston's 5'11", senior number 13, Caden Fawcett. Meeting at half court with Morgantown, 6-foot sophomore, number 5, Chevron Young. South Charleston, 6'5", junior number 12, Bryson Smith. Meeting in half court with Morgantown, 6'2", senior number 4, Jalen Goins. The Black Eagles, 6'4", junior number 23, Mondrell Dean. Meeting in half court with the Mohegans, 6'2", senior number 3, Brooks Gage. And South Charleston, 6'5", senior number 33, Xavier Bosley. Meeting at half court with Morgantown, 6'2", senior number 0, Alec Poland. And now, ladies and gentlemen, would you assist us in honoring America by standing, and gentlemen, removing your hats for the presentation of the colors by the West Virginia 781st Air Force Junior ROTC, hailing from Parkersburg South High School. At right guard, we have Cadet Major Josh Cowart. Carrying our American flag, Cadet Colonel Cole Harris. Carrying our West Virginia flag, Cadet First Lieutenant Ariana Galt. And at left guard, Cadet Second Lieutenant Haley Fickerson. Signing our national anthem tonight are the Ripley High School cheerleaders, Emily Ball, Bella Jude, Nikki Adcock, and Aubrey Fox. Singing our national anthem from the Parkersburg South High School's chamber ensemble members, Isaiah Albertus, Sarah Childers, Bailey Holcomb, Gwyneth Knapp, Josh Levitt, Ethan Perry, Tessa Prunty, and Jackson Wingrove, under the direction of Jennifer Ratliff.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming? Whose broad strand, bright stars, and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land, o'er the land, o'er the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's play some basketball.
Class 4A, number 1 Morgantown and number 4 South Charleston. Tip-off next here on the NFHS Network.
The Auto Mall, West Virginia's largest GMC Buick dealer, is a proud sponsor of West Virginia High School athletics and our area student athletes. Beckley Auto Mall, with 3 locations for your convenience: 3934 Robert C. Byrd Drive in Beckley, 2723 Old Bluefield Road in Princeton, and 368 Seneca Trail in Fairleigh. Plus, you can shop 24/7 at BeckleyAutomall.com. Beckley Auto Mall and West Virginia student athletes, a winning combination.